finally hold you. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 20 carries, 63 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
58.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at about the 28. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Black.
Play action. Now Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on now, Oak. Come on now. Let's go. That's it.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the penalty, Michel finding room at the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Give him 16 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yards.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sony Michel becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Rodgers now to throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go. Great.
On second down, Michelle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On third down, Michelle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're running it. It's Michelle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease so they can run through it. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4. Play here, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's got the first down and more past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now a pitch out to Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Wentz. Lets it go for Nelson. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. On the toss, here's Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a toss, left side, Michel. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Ajayi. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Michel. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give him a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out and out come the Eagles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Hang in there now.
It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Great 15, great 15.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And they move this all the way down to the 9. What a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Hey, we got 4 down. That's it.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Here we go with Michelle. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Man, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something.
He's got daylight. Touchdown, Packers. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And it's Michel once again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shifts by him, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Michel, they toss it out right to him. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Try to pound it in here with Michel. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much salted away, but instead of that, they throw it. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward handshakes coming up.
Yeah, this could be one of those. Yeah, nice game, buddy.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.